How about this Sunburst Granny Square today, guys? Isn't this so pretty? I'm going to show you round by round, and I'll give you the pattern text as well as the diagram so you can follow along and be successful in making this pretty square. So grab your hook. Let's get going. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be using a 3mm hook. I would say that this yarn, I would normally use a 3.5mm hook, but I wanted this granny square to be a little bit tighter because I'm going to be using this to make a bag or so. So use what crochet hook is good for you, and we're gonna get started. Okay, we're going to start out with a magic ring. This is how I do my magic ring, and I'm gonna start out with a chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This will count as your first double crochet, and we're gonna be doing another 15 double crochets into this magic ring. Now, if you are a brand new crocheter, for a double crochet, you would yarn over, you would insert your hook into the magic ring, pull up a loop. You're going to have 3 rings. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 again, and that's your double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Okay, so I did another 15 double crochets and tighten up your magic ring. You always want to count your stitches, okay? So I already count mine. I know I did 15 double crochet plus your chain 3 at the beginning, so you have a total of 16 after round number 1. So to close out the loop, I'm just going to slip stitch into the first one. I cut off my yarn, and that was round number 1. And this tail you can just cut off since you just worked it in with 15 additional stitches, and this one I'll work in with the next round, so no need to sew in the ends. For round number 2, I'm going to take my next color and I'm going to do my slip knot. Easy peasy. And then insert your hook into any of the chain from the first round and pull up your slip knot. Okay, so we're going to start out round 2 with a chain 3. This chain 3 will count as part of our half double bobble stitch. To finish it off, I'm going to yarn over, insert my hook into the same stitch, pull up a loop, 1, yarn over, insert into the same stitch, one more time. You're going to yarn over, pull through all of your loops. Chain 1, and that was your first half double bobble stitch. So let's do it one more time. So yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a loop, 1, yarn over, pull up another loop, 2, yarn over, pull up a third loop, 3. So now for the second one and going forward, so you have all these stitches here plus your first one from the first bobble. So you're going to do yarn over, pull through all of the stitches but one, and then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and chain 1. Okay, so let's do that together one more time, and just carry your yarn in the back with you and work it in so you don't need to fasten it off. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 1, yarn over, pull up a second loop, 2, yarn over, pull up a third loop, 3, and then you yarn over, you pull through all of the loops but one, and then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and chain 1. Okay, so let's work in our next one. 1, 2, 3, yarn over, pull through all the loops, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, chain 1. One more time, yarn over, pull loop 1, yarn over, pull loop 2, yarn over, pull loop 3, yarn over, pull through all the loops but the last one, yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and chain 2. So that's your round number 2. So you're going to do a grand total of 16. So 1 bobble stitch in each of the stitches. So I'll meet you back over here after you've done 16. Okay, I just did my 16 half double bobble stitch, and I'm just going to insert my hook into the first one, and I'm going to slip stitch to close the round. And you can cut off your yarn, do a chain 1, and you're done with round number 2. So you don't need to work this in. We're just going to work it in as we're doing round number 3. For now, round number 3, I'm going to start off with my slip knot. And then in this specific round, we're going to be working in between the bobble stitch. Okay, so insert your hook anywhere in between 2 bobble stitch and pull over your slip knot. Okay, I'm going to hold this tight in the back. I'm going to start off with a chain 3. That will count as part of our first bobble stitch. So for round number 3, we're going to work a double crochet bobble stitch. So this was a half double. So we're going to yarn over. We did our first one with a chain 3, pull up your loop as if to do a double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and leave it as that. Okay, it's like an unfinished double crochet. We're going to do one more, yarn over, pull up your loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So now you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through all of them. So that's your bobble stitch. And we're going to do a chain 2. So this specific round, chain 2 between all of the bobbles. So let's do the second one together. So yarn over, insert in between 2 bobbles, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's 2 half finished double. We're going to do one more. So now you have 4 hooks, 4 loops, 1, 2, 3 from the half finished double, plus the first one from the first bobble. So now you're going to yarn over, pull through 3 of the loops, then yarn over, pull through the remaining 2, and then chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, so let's do it again. So you do 3 half finish double crochet, you end up with 4 loops, yarn over, pull through 3 of them, yarn over, pull through the rest, and then chain 2. Let's do it again. There was 1, there was 2, there was 3, go, and chain 2. Okay, there was 4. Let's do it one more time together. 1, 2, 3, and a chain 2. And that would be your round number 3. So we're going to do a grand total of 16 of these bobble stitch, and I will meet you back over here when you end the round. Okay, I just did my 16th bobble stitch for round number 3. This is what your work should look like right now. And to finish off this round, I'm just going to slip stitch into my chain 3 and chain 1, pull your yarn, and you just work that tail in with the next round. Let's do our last round and we're going to be done. For the last round, I'm actually going to start out with a standing treble crochet. So we're going to do our slip knot, and for a treble you're going to do 2 yarn overs. Grab your work, insert in between any of these bobbles from the previous round, and pull up a loop. So I'm transferring all the loops over to my left hand side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 loops. So for treble, I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then I'm going to yarn over, pull through another 2 loops, and then I'm going to yarn over, pull through the remaining 2 loops. Okay, so that was my first treble to go into the corner. We're going to do 2 more. So 2 yarn overs, pull up your yarn. That's your second treble. And that's your third treble. And then we're going to do a chain 2. And into the same space, we're going to do another treble crochet. So that was my first treble. Here's my second. And one last one to finish off the corner. And that's how you work the corner. And then into the next space, which is this one right here, we're going to do 3 double. 1, 2, 3, And we're going to do the same thing in the next 2 spaces. 1, 2, 3, and then we do one more to finish off this side. So into the next space, 1, 2, and 3. So that's kind of like your pattern repeat for this last round. You're going to do the corner and then 3 clusters of 3 double crochet. So let's do the corner together one more time. So corners is going to be treble crochets. So we're going to start out with 3 treble. That was my first one. That was my second. My third. And then you're going to chain 2. And then you do another 3 treble into the same space. Okay, and that was your second corner. So to the sides, you do 1, 2, 3, 3 clusters of 3 double, and then you do the corner with the treble, chain 2 treble. So do that all the way around, and I will meet you back over here and we'll do an invisible join together. Okie dokie, I just finished off round number 4, and I'm just going to pull my tail end here off, and we're going to do an invisible join together. Okay, so I got my tail end on a tapestry needle. So if you look at the beginning of the round, so this is the stitch for my standing treble crochet right here. So we're not going to insert it in that one, but instead we're going to look at the second treble crochet, work our way up, and we're going to insert our needle front to back into that stitch. And you pull it to about the same width, and then bring your yarn to the front. And here's your last stitch that you made in the round. So you're going to insert your hook from the front to the back through the middle, back loop only, and catch the back tail a little bit to anchor it down. And then you pull your stitch and you make it to about the same width as all the other stitches, and that is your invisible join. So just fasten off with a couple stitches in the back, and you do the same thing with the other tail. And that is your Sunburst Granny Square. Super cute, right? And very easy. So I hope you enjoy this. Let me know if the pattern that I provide to you with the animation to help you follow along is helpful. If it is, I would love to get a thumbs up or a like or a share. And I will see you guys next time for another fantastic tutorial. Talk to you later.